We are at war. We are not informing you on a war with a foreign nation, terrorist organization, or even illicit drugs or weapons. America is at war with a legal substance, a lethal product sold right behind the counter of your nearest convenience store. We are at war with tobacco. The tobacco industry has thrived for centuries. In the earliest stages of our nation, the tobacco industry was the driving force behind the slave trade. Tobacco is sold in many different forms: cigarettes, chewing and dipping tobacco, and cigars. More than 16 million Americans are currently living with a tobacco-related disease. Tobacco harms nearly every organ in the body. It causes a variety of health problems, including cancer of the lungs, mouth, throat, stomach, liver, pancreas, kidneys, cervix, and bladder. Other harmful effects include stroke, decreased eye health, pneumonia, heart disease, diabetes, reduced fertility, tuberculosis, respiratory illness, and the list goes on and on. Nicotine is the fifth most addictive substance known to man, among cocaine, heroin, alcohol, and amphetamines. 9 out of 10 smokers begin the habit before the age of 18. 2,100 people a day become daily smokers. Withdrawal symptoms include irritability, problems with sleep, increased appetite, trouble paying attention, and extreme cravings for up to 6 months. 70% of people who smoke want to quit, but they feel unable to drop the habit. The U.S. government has taken steps to intervene on the issue of tobacco addiction and the supplementary health problems. All 50 states have placed a sin tax, which is essentially a tax on items that are detrimental to one's health, on tobacco. Warning labels describing the harmful consequences have been mandated on every tobacco product, but we feel that this does not discourage new users from trying the product. It is also now illegal to advertise tobacco products on TV and radio, but signs advertising the products can still be seen at any store selling tobacco. The average sin tax on a pack of cigarettes today is $1.60. We propose that this tax be raised to a minimum of $2.50 in every state. Not only will this make a tobacco habit harder to maintain, but the extra revenue generated from the tax can be funneled into the healthcare system and help deal with the deadly effects of tobacco. Another step that needs to be taken in the reduction of tobacco use is a revision of the warning labels on tobacco containers. We would like to see vivid pictures depicting the health problems caused by the product that tobacco consumers are about to buy, right on the carton or can. We hope that this will discourage people from using the product, or more importantly, even starting the habit in the first place. As you just saw, tobacco harms almost every part of your body. I don't want to live with that. Do you? See, most people know about the harmful effects, but we hit the streets to find out how much people really know about tobacco.
What are you talking about? My gosh.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Mind if I ask you a couple questions about tobacco?
No, I do not mind. I'm gonna guess about 1,000 people.
10,000. 12,000.
150?
Say a lot.
Yeah, just like ballpark.
Number?
Yeah.
Million.
Million? Okay.
151.
420.
I think about 500.
I'll say 1,000 people a day.
Okay, so
100.
add the brain.
Oh, I think top 5. I used to smoke.
Top 5.
10.
Definitely top 5. I think nicotine gum would help.
Well, one, by not using it, and by having stricter laws and more information about it.
Swish. Now that we've talked to those American citizens about their knowledge on tobacco, we contacted a medical expert, Dr. Katie Wolf.
I specialize in high-risk pregnancies. I take care of moms with medical complications of pregnancies or fetuses that have abnormalities. So tobacco use is well known to be the causative agent of multiple cancers, mouth cancer, throat cancer, lung cancer. It also worsens other cancers of the body, including bladder cancer and cervical cancers. Among patients who smoke versus those who don't smoke, their cancer is much more advanced. The carcinogens in the tobacco or in cigarettes get into the body, and the body is unable to repair damaged cells. Those damaged cells replicate at a very high volume and grow into tumors and cancers, and those cells take over the body. In addition to cancer, tobacco specifically smoking is to chronic lung problems, asthma, bronchitis, emphysema, recurrent sinusitis, is associated with diminished smell and taste. In pregnancy, tobacco use and smoking is related to growth restriction of fetuses. Among parents that smoke, their children are more likely to die from sudden infant death syndrome, are more likely to develop asthma and allergies. And those kids that grow up in a smoking household are more likely to smoke themselves. 100% of smokers have an effect, even as simple as when you smoke, even one time, you have a change in your heart rate and blood pressure. So the effect is definitely compounded over time, but even smoking one time can affect your body. I don't. Smoking is probably the number one cost on the healthcare dollars. So I believe that the education has to be stronger, especially for younger people prior to getting addicted to tobacco. I think the more recent commercials that are more graphic are probably stronger. And I would like to see it continue in that direction, but I really believe that there should be lobbying done to maybe increase the age at which you can buy tobacco products. I think education needs to start early before kids get exposed to trying tobacco. I also think that there should be legislation to limit the availability. And the increasing cost of cigarettes is helpful. The average smoker spends about $1,500 to $3,000 per year on tobacco products, which for most people is fairly expensive. I don't think that's considered when people buy their first pack of cigarettes. I would like to see, maybe increasing the age to buy tobacco to be increased to 21. Would definitely help with this problem. Just say no.
If you or someone you know is struggling with a tobacco addiction, reach out and get help. There are plenty of resources out there, including the National Addiction Hotline at 866-712-7707. Quit now before it's too late. It just may save your life.
They say we offer simple answers to complex problems. Well, perhaps there is a simple answer. Not an easy answer, but simple. You and I have the courage to tell our elected officials that we want our national policy based on what we know in our hearts is morally right. If we continue to accommodate, continue to back and retreat, eventually we have to face the final demand, the ultimatum. And what then? There's something going on in time and space and beyond time and space, which, whether we like it or not, spells duty. You and I have a rendezvous with destiny. We'll preserve for our children this, the last best hope of man on earth, or we'll sentence them to take the last step into 1,000 years of darkness. You and I have the ability and the dignity and the right to make our own decisions and determine our own destiny.